Welcome everyone. We're going to start the meeting with some self-introduction. As you normally hear us when we do our seminars, I usually do it in English, and then Stephen or my staff will often help me do the Chinese translation. So we're going to start with like a brief introduction of my company and the products we offer and the services, and while we wait for people to join the meeting.
你好，大家好，欢迎来到易保联合公司。今天我们的在线讨论会，欢迎在线的来自于全美国50个州的朋友们。那么今天我们的在线网络的讨论会依然是跟以前一样，我们会先从我们公司的简介开始，之后我们会有今天比较重点的几个 topic， 主要是帮您了解回顾奥巴马健康医疗保险以及怎样使您的明年的利益最大化。
So just some background about my company. We're founded in 2009. We're licensed in over 40 states. We do all the health insurance needs for Medicare, Obamacare, small groups. We also do life insurance and retirement planning. And after open enrollment, we also help clients with tax service and estate planning.
那现在先来看一下我们医保联合公司的背景。医保联合公司由 Derrick 张先生于2009年成立。我们的使命是帮助个人和小型企业申请你们的医疗健康保险等多种其他的计划。那么现在目前医保联合公司拥有40个多州的许可证。我们主要经营的范围主要有奥巴马健康医疗保险、老人保险、个人保险、小团体计划等等。
Just some quick background about myself. I founded the company ePro Associates since 2009. I'm a CPA. I'm also licensed in insurance, real estate, and mortgage. Overall, I have over 20 years of experience in all the different industries.
那么这是关于我们创始人的背景。Derrick 张先生是我们医保联合公司的总裁。他于2009年创立医保联合公司，他自己本人是有会计师、保险、房地产以及贷款行业的执照，并且在这些行业都有20多年的经验。
This also want to introduce my other partners and agents and support staff. We're here 7 days a week from now until December 15th. So we have a strong team that handles all your requests. So myself, we introduced earlier. Then we have Zhang, our second. He's our tax partner, so he's a lawyer that handles tax plannings and estate plannings for our clients. We also have agents Joanne Chan, Lucy, Stephen here. As also, when you call us, you also gonna talk to like Angela Hu, Kitty Chen, Tiffany, and Sylvia, and also Lisa.
那么在我们过去20年的公司的成立过程中，我们有我们的很多合伙人、代理人以及员工。那么现在请我们荣幸的为大家介绍到，首先张先生是我们的总裁，我们已经介绍过了。那么现在Zhang Griffiths 他是一位税务律师，他是跟我们公司合作的，专门帮一些客人们解答一些关于税务的难题。这里有我们的代理人Joanne 陈小姐、Lucy 赵小姐、Steven Zhu 我本人，还有我们的 Angela 胡小姐，以及当您打电话进来的时候我们这开放申请期期间，我们有7天时间都会在线，我们会有很多的customer service 就是客服也同样可以帮您解答您的难题。他们有 Kitty 陈、Tiffany、Sylvia 还有 Lisa。
So just a brief note about the carriers that we work with. So as mentioned earlier, we're licensed in more than 40 states, and basically all the major carriers we work with, including United Healthcare, Aetna, Oscar, Independent Blue Cross companies, Anthem, Cigna, or Oscar.
那么就如我们所说的，我们医保联合公司拥有全美国40个多州的执照。那么我们代理的保险公司有大家非常能够听到赫赫有名的一些保险公司，例如 United Healthcare 联合保险、Ameris Health， AmeriHealth、Horizon、Oscar、Cigna、Independence Blue Cross、Anthem 以及 Aetna。
Our awards, including Marketplace Elite Plus Circle Champions, with for the last 4 years. We're also one of the top 10 brokers for the local independent Blue Cross companies.
这是关于我们医保联合公司过去获得的奖项，我们被 IBX 评为10家最佳代理奖，以及Marketplace 被评为市场超级冠军精英奖。
So with that, I'm going to start our main topic for the seminar today, which includes a recap on Obamacare. How is Obamacare related to your tax return? How to maximize the benefits from Obamacare. And after our presentation, we're going to have a question and answer session to answer all the questions you might have.
那么今天我们讲座的主要主题有奥巴马保险的回顾、报税与奥巴马保险的关联以及关系、如何最大限度的提高您的奥巴马保险的福利，以及最后我们会有问答环节来回答大家的问题。
So here's a recap on Obamacare.
这是关于奥巴马保险的回顾。
So what is Obamacare? Obamacare is the common term for Patient Protection and Affordable Care of 2010. It was passed by Congress and signed into law by then President Obama. It makes health insurance more affordable for everyone by lowering the cost for those who can't afford them. Obamacare is essentially a framework of federal rules around healthcare coverages. We will go over the frameworks in detail in the next few slides.
那么很多人以为奥巴马健保是一种低收入保险，这是不对的。奥巴马保险是由2010年颁布的患者保护与平价医疗法案 ACA 的通用术语。该法案由国会通过，并且由时任总统奥巴马签署成为法律。它通过降低负担不起人的成本，使每个人都能负担得起医疗的健保费用。奥巴马医保实质上是围绕医疗保险的联邦规则框架。我们将在接下来的几张幻灯片中为大家详细介绍。
So feature one of the Obamacare is guarantee acceptance. So as long as you apply during open enrollment, which is now until December 15th, if you want January 1st effective date, you're guaranteed to get accepted. And you can only apply during the period, during the open enrollment period. There is a special enrollment allowed if you are a new immigrant to the country and you have 60 days from when you come to apply for Obamacare. Other special enrollment period include if you got married, if you had a baby, if you lost your job. So those are some of the special enrollment periods.
那么 Marketplace 那么现在的开放申请期是由11月1号到1月15日期間。What's about last slide? I didn't see the last slide. Yeah. Special enrollment.
Okay.
那么现在关于我们的special enrollment period, is that this one?
这是guarantee
guarantee accepted。那么奥巴马保险最重要的一大项福利是在每年的11月1号到1月15号，当然一般是在1月1号到12月15号。那么今年这2年因为有疫情的原因，那么大部分州是延迟到了1月15号期间。只要您在这个期间能够申请的话，那么政府是100%能够批准您的，不会因为您之前有任何的健康状况以及现在有任何的情况而不批准您。OK， 主要条款1，保证承保。那么您只要在开放期间，就是现在的11月1日到1月15日申请，那么符合特殊条件期间，无论您的健康如何，或者是否有疾病，都能够保证您能够批准。有一些州是有自己州的一些交易所，我们把它叫做 State Exchange， 他们就可以设置自己开放的申请期。例如，宾州今年就开始了自己的交险的名称机构叫 Penny。所以宾州今年的开放申请期2021年11月1日至2022年1月15日。联邦政府交易所与州政府交易所没有太大的区别，只是您在这个只要在这个开放申请期之间申请就好了。
So another feature from the Affordable Care Act is everybody pays the same price. If you're doesn't matter if you're healthy or if you're sick. It's actually the price is also by zip code and by age. So insurance company cannot charge you more because if you're not healthy or if you're sick and if you have pre-existing conditions. This makes health insurance affordable, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. Higher rate is allowed for smokers.
那么主要条款2，每个人都按照邮政编码和年龄支付相同的价格，保险公司不会因为您的健康状况或您已经有的疾病而向您收取更多的费用，这使得健康保险更能负担得起，特别是对于那些既往有病症的人，允许向失业者收取更高的保费。
So another feature of the Affordable Care Act is all plans must include 10 essential benefits, which include outpatient service, emergency service, hospitalization, pregnancy, mental health, prescription drugs, rehabilitative care, lab services, preventive care, and pediatric services.
那么主要条款3是奥巴马保险的10项基本医疗福利。那么我们这里有门诊、急诊、住院治疗、产妇和新生儿护理、心理健康和药物滥用费用、处方药、康复期治疗、实验室化验服务、预防服务和慢性病管理以及儿科服务。
And another feature of the Affordable Care Act is there's no limit on plan benefits. So, for example, if you have cancer and you need medical treatment, insurance company cannot set a limit of, let's say, $1 million, and then after that you don't have any coverage. Under the Affordable Care Act, that's not allowed.
那么再说一次，是保证承保统一价格。另一个条款就是禁止保险公司对最基本的医疗福利设定年度和终身保障的上限，尤其不允许保险公司在投保人生病时停保。同样，在这次期间，许多计划对年度福利和终身上限都有限制。例如，如果您的计划限额为100万美元，那么您的保险承担范围将在该处截止，并由患者需承担续后的所有费用。
So that's before the Affordable Care Act.
It's before， 这是在这个法案颁布之前。那么颁布之后的话，就是没有上限的。
对。So also as part of the Affordable Care Act, all plans must have an out-of-pocket maximum. So for 2022, most plans have a maximum out-of-pocket limit of $8,700, which means if you need medical care, if you're in a hospital, if you need treatment, the most you have to pay for is $8,700 out-of-pocket by yourself.
那么主要条款5规定，所有的计划必须有年度自付的上限，这就是有保险和没有保险的区别。那么2021年呢，基本上个人的自付额上限会在8550左右，到了2022年更新为8700。所以其实通俗的说，就是不管只要您在承保期间，无论发生什么事情，一旦到达上限，超过的费用将全部由保险公司负责，您不用负责任何的费用。
So another feature of the Obamacare plan is that most insurance companies have to offer different tiers. So most commonly you will hear them like the platinum plan, the gold plan, the silver plan, or the bronze plan. Actually, the plan design are very similar. The only difference is your cost sharing. So for a platinum plan, you pay a higher premium. For your cost sharing after your premium is about 10%, or average is about 10%. For a silver plan, you have a lower premium, but your average cost sharing yourself is about 30%. But every plan has out-of-pocket maximum, as we presented earlier.
奥巴马健保法案在保险公司的费用覆盖方面，它设为4个等级，那么有铜级、银级、金级和白金级。每个级别保险公司会提供不同的承担保费的标准，但是所有级别的医疗保险的质量是不变的。铜级的月保费最低，自付额最高，而白金级别刚好是相反的。 那么保险公司它大概报销的比例为同级为60%，银级70%，金级80%，以及白金级90%。
So another benefits of Obamacare is premium tax credit. So there's a lot of great features we mentioned earlier, including guarantee acceptance, same price for everyone regardless of health condition. But many people still need help paying for the premium. So one of the best features of the Obamacare is it gives customers tax credit to help you pay for the premium. Depends on your income and your zip code.
那么关于奥巴马健保的一个非常重大的福利啊，是保费的补贴。那么凡是家庭收入符合联邦贫困线100%到400%之间的消费者，均可以获得补贴来帮助支付您的保费啊。那么接下来我们就来详细的帮您了解一下这个收入的这个范围。
So for most states, this is the income guideline. It's basically 100% to 400% of the federal poverty level. You will qualify for tax subsidies to help you pay for the health insurance premium.
那大家来看到这幅图啊，那根据原来的法律，这是大多数州的收入范围，但是在2021年更改了这个更新。但是大家现在能看到，依照您的家庭人口数，那么如果您的收入在100%到400%，只要在这个之间，您都是可以获得联邦政府的补贴来帮助支付您的保费的。
Additional benefits of Obamacare, and most customers might not be aware of this, is so besides getting tax credits to help you pay for the premium, you also get additional subsidy to lower your cost sharings, meaning your co-pays, your deductibles, and your out-of-pocket maximums.
那么奥巴马保险的这个福利主要是提供于帮助辅助收入在贫困2.5倍以下的人，以及减少您在挂号费以及自付额方面的费用。
Okay, so just to do a brief summary of the Obamacare. It's you're guaranteed to be accepted. Everybody pays the same price. All plans must cover 10 essential benefits. There's no limit on benefits. There's an out-of-pocket maximum that you're responsible for. There's also premium tax credit to help you pay for the insurance premium. And additionally, there's also cost sharing reduction if you qualify.
这是再为大家做一个关于奥巴马健保的总结。第一，保证承保价格统一价格，必须提供10项基本医疗保险福利，保险公司没有费用报销的上限，有自付额上限，2022年大约是$8700，保费的补贴以及个人承担费用的补贴。
Okay, so with that, we're going to talk about our second main topic from today's seminar, which is tax return and Obamacare, and how are they related?
接下来我们开始讨论今天的第二个主题：报税与奥巴马健保的关联。
So one of the first questions when you fill out your application for tax credit is that you agree to file tax returns for next year. If you don't file your tax return for next year, or if you file incorrectly, you will not be eligible for tax credit again until your tax return is filed properly. And we actually seen this happen to many of our customers over the years, where either they didn't file or they didn't file properly.
那么，当您这个申请奥巴马保险或者在填写奥巴马保险的申请表格时，其中有一个非常重要的问题，就是您是否同意提交明年的纳税申请表。如果您没有按时提交，或者没有正确的提交，或者您错误的提交您的纳税申请表的话，那么您就将没有资格获得税收抵免。那么，直到您正确的提交您的纳税表格之后，您才能够再次获得这方面的补贴。 所以这种案例在我们大部分的客人身上都有发展到，所以在此我们提醒各位一定要正确的去报自己的税表。
Another step when you apply for tax credit is you need to the marketplace or the state exchange need to know everyone on your tax return. So tax return is based on your household size, your zip code, and your age and your income. So so the application should match the tax return, even if they're not applying for health insurance. So if you have 4 people on the tax return, you should have 4 people listed on your application for Obamacare.
申请税收抵免的另一个步骤是政府需要了解您纳税申请表上的每一个人，税收抵免基于您的邮政编码、年龄、收入和家庭的人口数，因此您的申请应该是正确以及并且如实的填报您的信息，即使他们没有申请您的保险成功，也要填写他们的资料。
Another scenario or another case is very often your application is renewed automatically every year. And same thing, this is also part of the question. To make it easier to determine your eligibility for tax credit in the future, that's a question where you allow marketplace to automatically renew based on the information of the tax return you filed. This option is checked for most customers who qualify for tax credits because you don't really want to provide or submit income proof every year. So, but we also want to caution you that even though your tax credit will renew automatically, your insurance plans might change every year. And this year, especially this year, we have seen many cases where insurance plan has huge price increases. So it's all the more important that you contact us or our company to analyze the best insurance plan for you every year, even though you automatically renew with the tax credits.
那么此外，您的申请通常每年都会自动的更新的。为了更容易的确定您将来是否有资格的获得税收抵免，申请表上有个问题是您是否允许医疗保险市场根据您填写的纳税申请表上的信息能够自动更新。那么大多数客人其实在税收抵免的客户都会选择此项。那么因此您不希望每年提交您的收入证明。即使您的补贴可以每年自动更新，但是您仍然需要看到您的保险计划。那么在此我们提醒各位的新老客户们，在我们大部分的客户身上，我们有发现到这样的问题，因为您每年的可能家庭的信息人数都会发生一定的变化，包括收入，所以我们强烈的建议您在每年的开放申请期的时候，要记得联系我们易保联合公司，因为我们有非常丰富的经验，我们会帮您看到以及选择属于您家庭的明年的保险计划。
So now that we mentioned that, tax return and your application for health insurance is related and connected, we should want to explain the timelines and the and there's additional details that we need to provide that most customers are not aware of. So, for example, right now is open enrollment for plan year 2022. So you apply now through December 15th for January 1st effective date. But you can only use your estimated income for 2022 when you apply. And also, you will not know your actual income until you file your tax return, in 2023. So this is a connection that a lot of customers need to make. We're only using your estimated income for 2022 to help you apply for Obamacare tax credit. And you will not know your actual income until 2023 when you file your tax return.
那么这里是关于非常重要的申请时间线。那么每年的11月1号到12月15号，那么是每年奥巴马保险的开放申请期。您的保险即将在2022年的1月1号生效。那么申请的时候会有很多客人问我们关于收入是怎样预估的。那么申请的时候，我们是需要您的预估收入，就是我们现在帮您申请的是2022年一整年的保险。 所以我们需要您预估您2022年的个人或者家庭的总收入。那么您的，当然您肯定是不知道明年您到底的收入到底是多少的。那么您的收入会在报税的时候，就是2023年2月1号到2023年4月15号这个报税期间去进行 adjustment， 去进行这个调整。
Okay, so because we're only estimating income for 2022, how do you estimate? Well, if you're a W-2 employee, you get a pay stub. Well, we just say use your current pay stub. If you're self-employed, it's a little bit complicated, then you need to ask your accountant to help you estimate. If you're unemployed, you actually can use your unemployment income from the state as your income. If you're not working and you have IRA savings, you can actually take money out from your IRA account and use that as your income for 2022. If you don't have income now, if you're not working, you can actually use a form, a certification form to say that you will have income for 2022. We're gonna show this form from California, where basically you just fill out your name, your address, and you sign that you think your income for 2022 will be, what your income for 2022 will be. And that's actually sufficient for California and many other states that we work with.
那么我们现在来聊聊关于您的这个预估收入。那么预估收入的话，主要以下的话是所有关于收入的种类，那么可以帮助您能够准确的预估您或者您明年家庭的收入。那么如果您是员工，公司里上班的员工，您会有 W-2， 您就用您的公司单。如果您是自雇，那么请让您的会计师帮您估算您如果有1099表格了，那么都可以算作为收入。如果您是失业者，就正在领失业金，那么失业金也可以被算作收入。如果您有 IRA 退休储蓄账户，那么取出的部分可以算出您的收入。如果您现在没有收入，但预计2022年会有收入，您可以填写这份这个收入证明。例如我们接下来为大家看到的这份，就是在加州的居民，您可以填写的这份证明。这份表格其实非常简单，您就填上关于您的姓名，然后地址，然后在下面签一个名字，然后填上您明年的预估收入就可以了。这份就代表您明年预估您2022年会有收入。
So, okay, so because you're only estimating your income for 2022, and 2022 hasn't happened yet. What happens if your actual income is different than what you estimate? Hey, 2022 hasn't happened. You could be really lucky, right? You could hit the lottery, or a lot of people are doing very well with stock market, or Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, or because of pandemic, you lost your job, so you have a lot of income adjustments. So what happens in those cases?
那么现在就看到，大家可能会思考一个问题那么就是2022年的收入您是完全不知道的，那么我们怎么样能够来判断这个预估收入大于或者小于实际收入呢？那么一些例子是，如果您在2022年中了彩票，或者您出售股票或者比特币，会获得非常丰富的利润，或者以及新冠肺炎您再次失去了工作等等。那么报税时，如果您的实际收入高于预估收入，您需要返还部分的补贴；如果您的实际收入低于您的预估收入，您需要获得更多的退税。
So we're going to use an example to make the point clear for everyone. So in this example, we're going to say it's a single male, age 40, lives in zip code 19380. The estimated income when he filled out the application is $28,000, and based on those information, he receives $358 a month in tax credits when he applied for Obamacare. And so with $358 in tax credits, he can buy a silver plan for free, and he can pay a little money for a silver plan, or he can pay a little bit more for a gold plan. But the amount of tax subsidy is set at 358. But if you notice on the bronze plan here, it's lower than the subsidy, but you cannot get more than the money back if there's a difference between the plan and the subsidies. So if he gets a bronze plan, he actually gets a lower tax subsidy, but he gets a plan for free.
I can make it bigger, please. Thank you. 那么接下来我们会举一个实际的例子来为大家解释到，那么如果您的预估收入和实际收入之间有差距，那么我们应该怎么做？那么这里我们为大家举一个例子：单身男士40岁，住在费城，邮编为19380，2022年预估收入为24000美元。那么依照以上的数据，他将在2022年每月获得358美元的税收补贴，因此他的保费如下。那么基于他的邮编，如果说他去做一个同计划的话，他是每月不需要付任何的保费；如果银计划的话，他每月是要付42美元的保费；如果是金计划的话，他每元是需要付200多到300多的保费。但是如果说，对，这是基于他的邮编以及他的得到的税收补贴来的。
So when he filed, so again, like right now when he estimate, right, he used 24,000 in income,
yeah,
and then because of that he gets 358 a month in tax credit. Mm-hmm. But when he filed his 2022 tax return, so keep in mind the timeline, Stephen, right?
Yeah.
So when does he file the tax return for 2022?
2023.
Okay, so in 2023. February through April 15th, when he filed the tax return, and his actual income is actually 48,000, and then based on that, his actual tax subsidy is only $74 a month. So therefore, there's a big adjustment that he needs to make. Go ahead.
那么我们现在刚刚看到，如果我们预估他明年的收入之前的收入，但是如果他的实际收入是变成了48000美元，那就是预估的收入如果比原来多了1倍，那么他的税收的补贴将从每个月的358美元降到每个月的74美元。大家看到这是一个相当大的变化。那么如果说他的税收补贴从300多降到了74美元一个月，那么它关于相对应的同计划、银计划和金计划的价格都会上涨很多。
So based on the example before, right, his subsidy he got when he applied was $358 a month, when his actual subsidy for the year is actually $888. So the amount of subsidy he needs to pay back is 4,296 minus 888, which is $3,408 in subsidies that he needs to pay back.
那么按照我们这里做一个示例小结，那么按照上面的例子，您收到的总共补贴在2022年是358美元乘以12是4296美元总共，但是根据您2022年的实际收入，您的补贴应为888美元。那么因此您必须在2022年纳税申请表上偿还4296美元和888美元的这个差别，就是3408美元的税收补贴，您是要还回去的。
So how do you pay back? So you're not going to get an invoice from the government, but the difference between your actual and the estimate. You need to watch out for a form called 1095A. If your state is in marketplace like Ohio and Texas and Florida and Georgia, you get a mail at the end of by the end of January, called 1095A form, and you need to take that to the accountants doing your tax return, and he needs to input all that information on that form to a tax form called 8962, and this is how you know you're filing your tax return properly. Is your tax return must include this form called 8962, which will adjust the difference in estimated tax credit and the actual tax credit at the end of the year.
那么是关于我们现在为大家能够讲到一个问题，就是如果您出现了这样的情况，那么您将如何去在税收当中 就是补回去这个税收补贴。那么您需要留意一份叫 1095A 的表格。那如果是您是在一些像 Marketplace 一些州啊，例如像 Ohio 乔治亚州或者 Virginia 州，或者西部的像亚利桑那州等等，Oregon 州等等，那么您都是包括您都会在报税1月份左右的时候，您就会收到一份 1095A 的表格。那么您所要做的就是将这份 1095A 的表格带到您的会计师，交给您的会计师，让他帮助在您的税表中制作一份8962的表格。那么在所有的数据您需要还回去多少钱，还是政府会给您退税多少钱，都会反映在这份8962表格上报告。
So if like what happened earlier, it's like an extreme example where your income go from 24,000 to 48,000. So if that's the case, how do you make adjustments? So some of the adjustments we can think of is so if you work for a company, you can contribute to the 401k company, and you can basically up to 2021 you can contribute up to 19,500 to lower your income. Or if you don't have a company, if you don't work for a company, you can open up like a traditional IRA account and you can contribute 6,000 a year, if you're under 50, or 7,000 a year for 50 and over.
那么是关于您的弥补方式，您怎样该弥补这个 plan？ 如果公司有提供 401k 或者类似的退休计划方案，那么建议您加入，以把税前的收入降低，或者去银行开一个传统的 IRA 账户。如果年龄是在50岁以下，那么最高每人可存入$6000。这样一来，您的应税收入将相应的减少，就可以保留一部分用于支付医疗保险费用的税收补贴。
So this slide just shows that, if your income is 48,000 and you contribute 6,000 to your IRA account because you're age 40, so your tax credit, instead of being $74 a month, it will increase to $154 a month, and therefore the amount of money you need to pay back, it's less when you use this way to adjust your income.
那么这幅图为大家带来是，如果说您能够在报税的时候，如果能够拿入$6000，或者您的满足您的年纪可以拿出$7000来报税的时候，来放入您的 IRA 退休账户的话，那么您每个月的补贴将从$74上涨为$154，那么就大大的能够降低您需要补回去的金额。
So here's another small recap for the second main topic of our presentation. So when you receive tax subsidies to pay for health insurance, you must file your tax return. You can only use your estimated income when you apply for health insurance during open enrollment. The difference between the actual and the estimated will be adjusted on your tax return. You need to watch out for Form 1095A at the end of January of every year, and you need to make sure that your tax preparer include Form 8962 when they prepare your tax return.
那么这里给大家带来一个回顾，您必须报税才能够申请奥巴马健康医疗保险的补贴。在申请时，仅使用预估的收入，预估收入和实际收入之间的差异将在您的报税单上进行调整。您需要在报税期间留意 1095A 表格，以及确保8962表格被会计师包含在您的报税单中。
Okay, so after we explain the link and the connection between your Obamacare application and your tax return, we're going to talk about how to maximize your benefits under Obamacare. Just keep in mind, because it's an estimated income you're using, you should know the guidelines on how best to estimate your income. And there are 4 levels of subsidies, level 1, 2, 3, not only gives you tax credit to pay for the health insurance, it also helps you reduces your cost sharing.
那么我们的下一个主题是能够如何最大限度的提高您的奥巴马保险福利。那么因为是预估收入，所以你应该了解如何最好、最准确的预估您的收入，才能够帮您获得最多的补贴。那么补贴因为分为4个等级，1到3个等级可以减少您的成本分摊。
So this is the one of the keys that you need to know. The income guideline that Obamacare uses this is the income guideline that Obamacare uses to apply for your tax subsidies and also cost sharing reductions. So there are 4 levels. Depending on the states. So some states start at 100% of the federal poverty level. Some other states start at 138% of the federal poverty level.
那么这里关于了解收入的标准线，大家关于现在可以看见到，关于这幅图，我们来参考联邦政府贫困线的标准。那么还是刚刚如我们所说的，补贴呢分为4个级别，根据您所在的州收入在联邦贫困标准线的100%到150%期间，您将可以获得最高的补贴和最低的成本分摊。
So this chart shows the states where your income qualification starts at 138. So this chart shows all the different states at different income qualifications. So if you live in the blue states, your income qualification starts at 138% of the federal poverty level. If you live in the silver states, like Texas or Florida or Georgia, your income qualification for Obamacare starts at 100% of the federal poverty level.
那么在这里为大家看到一幅非常有意思的图片，大家可以看到有图片中我们的关于美国的50个州被分为蓝州和银州，当然这个不是我们作为选总统时候的蓝州和红州，这个是关于我们的不同的州以及不同的标准。那么如果您所住在所有的蓝州，那么从138开始，138%开始，您将符合申请的资格。如果您住在银州，例如像我们最大的德州以及南面的佛罗里达州等等，那么您将从100%开始符合申请资格标准。
Actually, if you look at the chart, Stephen, most of the red states are silver state in this situation.
Yeah, OK， 就是今年我们已经帮大部分的客户们已经申請了，他们就在这个当中。
Okay, it's a different. Okay, so here's an example of, again, we like to use 40-year-old singles. So if he lives in zip code 19380, if his income is 38,000, which is over the 250% federal poverty level, then he gets a standard silver plan with out-of-pocket maximum of 8,700. However, if his income is at 32,000, then he will be under the 250% federal poverty level. So not only does he get the tax credit, not only does he get more tax credits to pay for the premium, $117 per month versus $196 per month. He also has a lower out-of-pocket maximum of 6,950 instead of 8,700.
那么在这个图表中，我们举例说明一个居住在19380的一个40岁的单身男士，如果他的收入为38000美元或超过联邦贫困线的250%，那么他选取的标准营计划的最高自付额将为8700美元。然而，如果他的收入为3200美元，32000美元，那么他将低于250%的联邦贫困线，因此他不仅能够获得更多的税收抵免来帮助支付保费，每月177美元，对应每月196美元，然而他的自付额也更低，那么最高为6950美元。
So next we're going to talk about like on average, if all the 4 levels of the 4 subsidies that Obamacare provides. So if your income, I'm just going to show the chart briefly again. So these are the 4 levels of subsidies, that your income falls within. And if your income is between 100 to 150 of the federal poverty level, and again, this is only an average, and the income requirements, as we've shown before, is different by state. So on average, if your income is between 100 to 150, you pay 10 to 20% of the premium for a silver plan. Most of the bronze plan will be 0 cost to you. Most of the silver plan will cost you about $80 per month for household of 2. Your maximum out-of-pocket average is about $2,000 for the year instead of $8,700 for the year. And this is under, if your income is between 100 to 150 of the federal poverty level.
那么这里大家看到，如果您的收入线在联邦平均线的100%到50%的情况下，那么银计划每月你要支付10%到20%的保费。大多数同计划都是零保费啊，因为你已经获得全额的补贴。大部分2人家庭的银计划为$80，银计划的最高自付额费用平均为每年$2000，而不是$8700。
So the next level of the subsidy is if your income is between 150 to 200. So on average, again, you pay between 20 to 30% for a silver plan. Many bronze plans are still 0 cost. Most silver plans might cost $150 per month for a household of 2. Your maximum out-of-pocket will be around $3,000 instead of $8,700.
那么，如果您的收入线在联邦贫困线的151%到200%之间，那么每月大概获得70%到80%的保费补贴。大多数的同计划都是免费的，很多银计划每月的保费在每个月$150左右，这是对于2个人作为一个家庭的。那么，如果您选择银计划，不仅承担的比例可以从30%降低到10%左右，还可以获得自己承担费用，比如免赔额和挂号费的补贴。另外，自付额上限也会大幅度下降，从每一年的$8700降到$3000。
So the next level of subsidy is if your income is over 201% to 250. So on average, you pay 30 to 40% for a silver plan. Many bronze plans might cost $80. Most silver plans will cost about $200 per month for a household of 2, and your maximum out-of-pocket is still reduced to around $6,000 instead of $8,700.
如果您的收入是在联邦贫困线的201到250%，那么每月大概获得60%到70%的保费补贴。那么在这种情况下，大部分的同计划是$80左右，很多的银计划保费在$200左右。若选择银计划，不但您承担的比例可以从30%降到10%，在您的比如免赔额和挂号费上的补贴，另外您的自付额也会从$8700降到$6000。
So the last tier of the subsidy is if your income is over 250%, but to 400%, you still qualify for subsidy to 10 to 60%. It's a wider range. Most of the bronze plan might cost like 150, and on average, many silver plans will cost around 400 for a household of 2. Also, there's an update on this is under the Affordable Rescue Act updated this year, even up to 400%, you still get some tax credit under the new law. This is the update for this year.
OK. 那么，如果您的收入线在251到400%期间，那么您平均的银计划那么您每月可能要支付40%到90%的保费。 那么大部分的同计划应该是在$150左右。那么如果你选择银计划的话，作为2个人的家庭，保费大约是在$400左右。银计划最高支付的每年支付额为$8700。那么有一点值得提到的是，就是如果说今年的新政策是，即使您的收入超过400%以上，那么联邦政府依然会给予您补贴，这是今年的一个新更新的项目。所以即使如果您是高收入，我们也同样帮您可以争取到政府的补贴。
So we're gonna provide a summary for here's a summary for today's seminar. So Obamacare in general provides many benefits, including guarantee acceptance, tax subsidies to help you pay for the premium. There's 10 essential benefits it must cover. There's a maximum out-of-pocket limits that all plans must have. You use your estimated income when you apply for this year, and if there's any adjustments that need to be made, you do that during tax filings. It's very important to have Form 1095, 1095A available when you file your tax return, and you need to make sure your tax return includes Form 8962. Plan benefits have 4-tier levels based on federal income level. So you should know the guidelines, the income level guidelines when you estimate your income to maximize your benefit.
那么这里我们将我们今天的在线的讲座做一个总结。奥巴马健康保险提供很多福利，包括保证承保、税收补贴、10项基本福利、最高自付额费用的限制等等。申请时的预估收入，那么您需要在申请时提供预估收入，报税时做出调整。调整是由1095A 表格以及会计师帮您做好的8962表格在您的税单上进行体现。最后，根据联邦收入水平，保险的计划福利会得到4个等级。那么现在您应该清楚的了解您所对应的，如果您的收入在联邦收入贫困线的多少到多少以内，您可以获得多少的补贴。
So with that, we're going to open up for questions and answers, and I'm going to unmute the participants, and then feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can also send us through chat. But if you feel like what we present today is helpful, let us know. Let us help you. We're here 7 days a week until December 15th, and even after you apply, there might still be a lot of follow-up works, like submitting proof of income, submitting immigration proof, and those are all the tasks that we can help you with. So there's no reason to do it alone. So just contact us, use our professional service. It's free throughout open enrollment period.
那么最后，我们关于今天的讲座以及关于我们医保联合公司，我们为大家做一个总结。那么在现在期间，每年的11月1号到现在的12月15号期间，正是每年的奥巴马保险的开放申请期。所以您如果需要，不管您是需要刚刚我们说到更新以及申请您明年的奥巴马健保计划，或者您想了解基于您的邮编、您的家庭人数、您的收入，明年的这关于您的计划或者得到的补贴，您都可以随时来联系我们。那么因为我们会有最专业的经验，以及我们会有最专业的人员，帮您能够找到明年最适合您家庭的计划。那么现